Hey all, Tom Moran here from Tom's Big Spiders. This episode, we're going to take a quick look at my Idiothele mira, or Blue Foot Baboon. I actually rehoused this one a few years ago and noticed that she was hanging out up top, so it's time for rehousing. Now, the Idiothele mira is a old world tarantula from South Africa. This is a fossorial species, meaning they like to burrow, and females are kind of on the smaller side, reaching about 4 to 4.5 inches or 11.4 centimeters. This is one of the few trapdoor tarantulas, so they are very shy and elusive, but if you do catch that trapdoor action, it is really, really amazing to watch. So enough of me talking, let's take a look at Idiothele mira, or the Blue Foot Baboon. All right, this is probably going to be a very quick rehousing video of my Idiothele mira, or Blue Foot Baboon, Blue Footed Baboon. We last saw this one in December of 2020 when I actually rehoused her from a dram vial into this container here. This one is one of the Sterilite 2.5 quart modular latch boxes. I love these for larger slings or some of the smaller juveniles, and have a bunch of them that right now I'm looking at my shelves, all over my shelves. This one here, it would be a good size enclosure, but recently the spider has abandoned its burrow. I think part of the problem was my fault. When I went to fill the water dish, I really overflowed it by accident, and the bottom layers got moist. You can see that there is some of that mushroomy mold stuff in here. So I'm thinking what happened is it got a little too moist down below and it came up and hasn't gone back down. But this is one of the rare trapdoor tarantulas. I have a couple clips of this one trapdoor hunting. It's just so cool to watch when they spring out, grab the cricket, pull the cricket under, a little trap door comes down. Now, if Billy backs up just a hair, as she's moving in, sorry, I think the trap door was right around in here. Right? Yep, you can see where the tunnel is, right in there. Yep, completely void. So that's where it was. I think it was the fact that there was too much moisture in there, probably made it come up to get away from the moisture. The good news is she's been eating fine, which is great. When I drop crickets in, she's right on them. I know right now she's in the stress pose. This right here, when they pull their knees up over their carapace, is the stress pose. She's out in the open. This is not supposed to be a spider that's out in the open. So what we're going to do is move her to one of these, which is my new favorites, the barbarous growth. They go 8 by 8 by about 7 inches high or so. Again, I like the fact that they're fairly deep overall. If we put this on, it's fairly tall overall, so it allows me to put a decent amount of substrate in it for fossorial species and still leave some room up top for the webbing. And even if they go up here and web up, got the little feeding hatch over here so I don't have to disturb it. Plus there's the big hatch right there that you can use. Stackable, beautiful enclosures. I'm really digging them, even though I bought them originally as a joke. So what we're gonna do is try to get this one out from here into here. Where is my little brush? All right, big brush it is. I'm gonna try to do it without getting any of the mold in here. There you go. Oh, nope. I don't know if you can get a little shot of her little blue feet there. Gorgeous spiders. The only thing is people, if you keep them correctly, usually you don't see them all that much. This one here, again, has been out in the open quite a bit, so I've gotten quite a bit of footage of her while she's been out, some feeding footage, which has been great, but I don't like when I see a fossorial spider sitting on the surface with no, the other thing is she's got no webbing. This new enclosure we're giving her here will give her an opportunity to web if she wants to. All right. Right in there. Oh my God, so cute. I don't know if the little blue feet up. No, we're going to do this. All right, so here we go. Oop, sorry. Get your little feet off that. Yep, let it go. Get this out of here. And let's just right out. Boop. Now what I've given her here is we got a couple, I was hoping to give her a couple options of starter burrows, because what I'm hoping eventually she'll do is come out here and start digging her burrow, make her little trap door. But in the meantime, even with fossorial species, I know a lot of folks are like, they'll make their own burrows. It's always nice to give them a place to hide until they start burrowing. So now she can use this as kind of a home base. She wants to come out at night, find another spot, start digging and burrowing. She's got the option of running to there and feeling secure. So that's what I really want with this, is someplace where she's covered. Oh, her little buds come. Oh, this is adorable. No, never mind. She's like, I'm going to come out and play. Maybe some of the blue feet will show up. But this gives her options. And as I've mentioned in other videos, oh, she's gone. I'm giving them more than one piece of cork bark now, so she's got a place she can go here. Obviously, she can go in there. I did make a little starter burrow with my finger down here, a little hole, so that if she wants to start burrowing straight down to make her new burrow, she's got it. But it's about options now, and I think with cork bark being as expensive as it can be, a lot of folks, we put one piece of cork bark in, the spider doesn't use it, we go, whatever. But I think giving them options is the way to go. So moving ahead, you'll notice that a lot of my setups now have multiple cork bark pieces. So there she is. This is a smaller spider, so we'll see as she starts to put on some more size. Right now she's probably about 3.5, 4 inches, but a small 3.5, 4 inches. If she starts putting on some more size, this may be, we may have to upgrade the enclosure, but this will definitely serve her for the time being. So there we go, Idiothele mira in her new enclosure. Hopefully as time goes on, she'll settle in, do a little bit of burrowing, and we'll get to see some of that trapdoor action again. So this is my second time raising one of these up. The first time I got a male, unfortunately, so I'm hoping this one is a lady. I've not sexed it, but I believe it's a little bigger than the male that I had. So fingers crossed it's a girl. Now, I've had folks ask, are these good beginner old world species? And I would argue, yes, they are. They tend to be rather laid back compared to some of the other species. And like most old worlds, if you keep them correctly, meaning you give them enough room to dig, give them some space up top just in case they do some webbing. Because remember, if an old world can't dig, it will web up top. Then you usually will have more of a shy and elusive spider than a defensive one. So this one would definitely be on my list for folks who are moving from keeping new world tarantulas into old world tarantulas, is one that probably won't give them a particularly hard time. As far as growth rate's concerned, I've heard some folks say theirs grow a little more quickly. Mine have always been a little more slow growing, but as always, temperature can really determine how fast they grow. So folks that are keeping them on the warm side, 80 or above for most of the year, can expect faster growth rates. So that will do it for this one. As always, if you liked it enough to subscribe, very much appreciate. Click the little circle up in here. I'm going to put the other rehousing video featuring my Idiothele mira down here, something else up there. As always, if you take the time to comment, I will take the time to respond. Just know it can take me a couple days. That'll do it for this one, guys. Stay safe. We'll catch you all next time.